I'm none less than the greatest. I'm none less than the greatest. I'm none less than the greatest. I'll pull up on your mans in front page. I'm none less than the greatest.
I need all the protection from nigga. Your little, oh man, motherfuckers, man.
We went down with that Cat 50 Cent. We went down with that.
Who?
That Cat 50 Cent.
Who? I don't know him. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what you're talking about.
A friend of mine's robbed Ja Rule. And I'm in a club, and I see the nigga, I'm like, hey, what's up? You know, I'm chilling. He see me kicking it with the nigga that robbed him, and he feel like, oh shit, I shouldn't speak to this dude, because I know the kid robbed him, but I know this kid, I grew up with him. And then it popped. When I ran outside, Ja Rule, I was black already. His shit was like this.
All right, what's good, YouTube? None less than the greatest. Back with another one. Now, today we're going to go over this 50 Cent paperwork that was finally dropped after 20 years of the beef. So Ja Rule smutted 50 out. He said, you right. He told the feds Murder Inc. had them shot, and they put us under federal indictment, responding to a fan saying that 50 ended Murder Inc. Ja Rule followed up by dropping the paperwork, but before we take a look at that, let's check out this quote by Em Smurf on this entire situation. If you don't know Em Smurf, he one of the original G-Unit members. Used to be with 50 back in the day before all the rap shit. So this is what Em Smurf said about the Order of Protection Against Murder Inc. Em Smurf says 50 Cent's Order of Protection Against Murder Inc. is real. Former G-Unit affiliate Em Smurf shared the details of 50 Cent's alleged Order of Protection Against Murder Inc., including an interview with Mikey T, the movie star. According to Em Smurf, the Order of Protection came about following an attack that led to an engineer being stabbed in the chest, and 50 Cent and Tony Yayo left injured. The attack was allegedly at the hands of a Murder Inc. artist. Damn. So then this next one here, the bottom half of the page, Murphy explained that as a result of the incident, which he says took place before G-Unit was formed, the engineer and Tony Yayo wanted to sue. Damn. That shit is crazy. I don't know if I believe that shit. Yayo wanted to sue? Come on, man. Yayo, real stand-up street nigga, bro. That don't make sense. But let's continue. That order of protection is, how can I put it? It's accurate. Em Smurf said, it exists, it's true. But I talked Yayo out of not suing. Because what they were going to do, they were going to sue. I think the engineer was the main nigga who really got injured the most. He got stabbed in his chest, so he was the one pushing the lawsuit. So he actually pressed charges. So that's how 50 and Yayo got caught up in it. Because Yayo got stabbed in his hand as he went to get stitches. And 50 got poked in his back. But that order of protection do exist. I had to actually talk Yayo out of it. Like, you can't be suing, nigga. We from the fucking streets, nigga. And if Yayo say I'm lying, he is certified sucker. God damn. God damn, I don't know. It's probably true. I believe that the engineer was definitely pushing for a lawsuit if he got stabbed too. Like, what the fuck the engineer get stabbed for? He just recorded the music. But as far as having to talk Yayo out of it, that's probably true too. I believe Em Smurf is telling the truth right here. But nevertheless, this shows that it wasn't 50 or Yayo who was trying to press charges or do anything like that. It was the engineer. So let's check out this paperwork right here. I'm not gonna lie. I looked at it, I read it a little earlier, and niggas just need to work on their comprehension skills, man. Ja Rule was going so hard about this fucking paperwork, acting like it implicated 50 in any way. But that nigga just need to work on his comprehension skills. So we zoomed in on the paperwork right here, and it's the very, very last line. It says, but the face and the body of the informant, Curtis Jackson, and then another name. Now let's break this down. Hold on, let me see if I could get it better zoomed in for y'all. All right, boom. So we put an arrow on it. Now you see where that arrow was pointing right there? It says the face and body of informant. Said person is informant. They didn't give the informant's name. Then the next person is Curtis Jackson. The informant is a completely different person. More than likely, it's the engineer. But Ja Rule comprehension skills so cooked, he couldn't even differentiate or understand the punctuation behind informant. And he just quick to say, oh, see, informant Curtis Jackson. That is not how a professional report would be typed up. First of all, the attorney is typing way like you know, more fluent and comprehensive than that. Like, come on, that's like third grade grammar for one. And what I mean by it's third grade grammar is the attorney would not make that mistake of putting informant, comma, then the next person, and then the next person. If 50 was the informant, it would be confidential, and his name would not be showed also. So it would say informant one, and then informant two, and then Yayo, or whoever else got stabbed. You feel me? So that is where it's kind of like, all right, you seen this, y'all seen this for all these years, and y'all telling me looking at that, y'all just see it and disregard the comma? God damn. So Ja Rule thought he was exposing 50, but all he did was expose that all these years of them calling him a rat, calling 50 a rat, you know, Irv Gotti, RIP, all these dudes, he just proved that it was 100% cap. 50 never told. Matter of fact, let's see some clips of others, Irv Gotti, Murder Inc., and all them. Let's see what they are actually saying about 50. Let's check out those interviews because we see his cap. So I'm going to throw some of that in here so y'all can see how these niggas be lying, bro. That shit is crazy. Or maybe they just didn't have the comprehension skills to actually read and understand the paperwork that they were reading.
He's a clown for denying it. For denying, because like anybody that really want to dig is going to find out it's true. So how you going to deny a fact? I had called my lawyer and said, yo, send me a copy over them. And we started letting the copy circulate to expose what type of person this, what type of individual 50 is, because he running around portraying a thug and all that. See, if he was...
He's backstage with everybody else. Ja came, they backstage. And I think something happened back then. I think he might have been standing with another individual that, Ja Rule had a problem with before that. And I think that's what escalated it even more.
Punched Ja Rule in the face.
Oh my goodness.
Right down there, right on that
atrium.
corner at the at the hotel out in front.
I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah,
getting
And he was
that
like,
demeanor.
and then he came out and they was like,
You
Ja Rule,
remember-
what happened? And
Are
he was
you
like,
kidding
oh,
me?
nothing. He had his sunglasses on. And he was like, yeah, something happened. You've been bullying for a long time.
That's not.
He's a very unique individual because here's a guy who starts beef and pretends that he is the bully and the roughest, toughest nigga on the face of the earth, right? And then he tells on you.
Man, so it's clear why Ja hate 50. He around the niggas that robbed him, he beat him up, you know what I'm saying? He knocked him off the top of the NY rap game. He came at his neck, he exposed his label. His engineer pressed charges on him. He bought out all his, you know what I'm saying, his ticket to his show. 50 a real petty dude and not somebody that you want to beef with. But it's crazy that, seeing those couple clips, I couldn't really find anything by Murder Inc. aside from those main few I showed y'all where they was discussing the situation. But now that we see the actual paperwork and we know what they were saying, his lies, it's crazy. Because after all of these years, we've been waiting, listening. A lot of people calling 55-0 and whatnot, and bringing up his beef with Preem and all of them, and categorizing it with Murder Inc. and saying that he told based off what Murder Inc. is saying. And now we see the paperwork, and the paperwork clearly states that 50 was never the informant. There was said informant that got stabbed and 50. Who else got stabbed that night? The engineer. Yayo was in the paperwork too. It said 50 and Yayo got poked up. But it never said the engineer's name. And they knew that. But they still ran with the narrative. And Ja Rule is so desperate right now for attention that he dropped it knowing he was wrong. He dropped the paperwork knowing it wasn't true. The shit he was saying was not proved in there. So it do hit a little bit different. Let me know if y'all fuck with the video. You feel me? It's none less than the greatest, back with bangers. Feel me? I'm trying to spice it up a little bit, get back up on the old shit, post these voiceovers and shit how I do. Let's see if YouTube fuck with me this time. But yeah, we out.